Hey guys, this is Sahil and welcome to this exclusive episode of Weekly Mastermind where we are going to analyze on what all we saw in the first half of July month and the second week of July month as well as what all we can expect in the next half of July month, because the last week was very interesting based on which we saw very good indecisiveness, and along with that on Thursday and Friday the market gave very good current in some of the sectors based on which the sector rotation has got started, and this particular move can decide the next quarter's best performing sectors. So let's quickly understand and let's quickly jump into the weekly mastermind. So weekly mastermind for 16th of July 2023, where we are going to look up at first market index, what are the current outperforming sectors, underperforming sectors, current weekly gainers and losers from last 1 week, what are the trending stocks, tracking stocks, and some of the pattern stocks which we have already discussed since last 2 weeks. So market index completely on the positive side, except Bank Nifty, which is kind of flattish. India VIX is on the lower side, based on which the volatility is also very good, and USD INR is on the lower side, which is a very good sign for Indian markets. Next is on Nifty. As you can see, monthly, weekly, daily, all are above 60, and on daily, it was completely consolidating since last 7 to 8 days. But on Friday, it gave a very good positive closing, based on which we have seen all-time highs again, and it is sustaining with very good bullish candles. On Bank Nifty, the position is not that good, because on Bank Nifty, we are having a red candle on monthly chart. On weekly, we are having continuously two reversal patterns, but until and unless we don't get the confirmation for those reversal candles, it will not make sense. And on daily as well, if we go for the lower time frames, that is hourly and 15-minute chart, it is continuously taking supports on hourly chart, that is on 40 support on RSI, which itself is depicting that I am not bearish. Although on daily time frame we can see that it has broken down of 60 and it is forming continuous rally of red candles, but on hourly time frame we are straight away able to see that yes, it is not that bearish as compared to the daily time frame, whatever we are able to see, and based on which after a confirmation in upcoming week we can see very good bullish signals on Bank Nifty as well. On different sector specific, as you can see, Bank Nifty was the only sector which was on the lower side. Rest were like flattish also, like energy, and some of the sectors like infra and FMCG have given momentum less than 1%, and IT was the best performer, and which it gave the momentum on Thursday and Friday, which was almost 4.68 on the upside, and metal has given good momentum 3.02 on the upper side. And next is on Nifty IT. As you can see, monthly has freshly broken out of moving average, and on weekly and daily it has freshly broken out of 60, based on which right now it has started showing momentum. And if this particular momentum continues for the next 1 or 2 weeks, then Nifty IT can be the next outperforming sector for the next quarter or maybe 2 quarters, that is till the end of this particular year as well. Next is Nifty Auto, monthly, weekly, daily, all are above 60, based on which, like, if sector rotation happens, then Nifty Auto can go into a consolidation zone, or maybe it can give slighter retracement based on record session count, which we can see on the weekly time frame. Next is Nifty Metal, monthly, weekly, both are freshly breaking out of 60, and on daily it is already forming higher tops and higher bottoms, based on which this is also a very good sign for metal stocks. Next is Nifty FMCG, similar condition as of auto, based on which in upcoming few weeks and few months we can see slighter consolidation, as well as we can see some of the in some of the sectors we can see retracement as well, based on not just record session count, but based on sector rotation as well, because some of the sectors have to perform well, some of the sectors are going to be in a sideways consolidation zone, and some can be in a retracement zone as well. Next is Nifty Energy. On monthly, it has freshly broken out of 60, not 60, it has freshly broken out of moving average. To break out of 60, some of the points are still left, it's around 56, 57. On weekly, it is resisting around 60, and on daily, it is already sustaining above 60, which means on energy, it needs some of the, you can consider energy, the Nifty Energy itself needs some energy, needs some demand from the bullish side in order to move on the positive side and sustain on the upper side. Next is Nifty Pharma, monthly around 60, weekly and daily are already sustaining above 60, good sign for pharma stocks. Next is Nifty Infra, monthly, weekly, daily, all above 60, and this can also be a part of sector rotation in upcoming few weeks, based on which whether it can consolidate or it can give slighter retracement for next quarter. Next is Nifty Realty, monthly, good breakout of 60, sustaining above 60 with squeeze open on the upside, walk off the band. very bullish sign. On weekly and daily also it is already performing well, which is a good sign. Nifty metal, not Nifty metal, Nifty media, after a strong formation of base on 40 as well as in terms of points as well, it was completely in a consolidation zone since last 4 months, and now it has started showing momentum. On weekly it is around 60, and on daily it has already started showing momentum, based on which media sector can be one of the sector which is going to outperform in upcoming quarter. Next is weekly best performance from Nifty 50. First is Z Entertainment Limited. In last 1 week also, Zeal was at the top, and in this week also it has given momentum by 14.07. Next is Infosys, Infosys 6.11. Next is TCS, Hindalco, Tech Mahindra, Tata Motors, and Tata Steel. You can see that almost all the stocks are from IT, metal, as well as like one is from this one, auto sector, but Tata Steel is from metal sector, based on which the sector rotation has started showing momentum on the stock specific as well. Next is weekly worst performers. Power Grid down by 8.62, IPL Housing Finance 5.11 on the lower side. Next is UPL, NTPC, Bajaj Finance, BPCL, Hindustan Unilever. These are some of the worst performers from Nifty 50. So some of the trend following stocks, based on which those are the stocks which are monthly, weekly, daily above 60 and already performing since last so many weeks. First is OFSS, based on which like monthly is above 60, like fresh breakout of 60. And in this particular month, if it shows momentum in more positive way, then we can expect like squeeze open on the upside on monthly time frame. On weekly, it is already sustaining above 60, and on daily as well. Yesterday, that is on Friday, it started showing momentum in very good manner. Next is Glenmark. This is one of the most interesting as well as one of the most important stock for us, based on which on monthly time frame you can see this is like a major cup pattern formation on Glenmark on the monthly time frame. And once it gives the confirmation on the upper side, because the resolution it has already crossed the resolution point on the upper side with very good bullish signals, because weekly and daily are already above 60 and forming good green candles, and red candles are very less, based on which once it breaks out of the resolution point in a very good manner, we can enter fresh based on cup pattern strategy as well. And even we can enter out based on system 3 advanced, and the system 5 is already applicable on this. On escorts, we are having monthly above 60, weekly above 60, and daily also above 60. And then we can go into the lower time frames, that is hourly and 15-minute chart, based on which we can execute the trade either on 40 support of RSI, or we can take a trade based on 60 support. Or for some of the stocks, it can be like it is breaking down of 60, and once it breaks out of 60 fresh in a fresh manner on hourly and 15 minutes time frame, then we can execute the trade and we can anticipate in this particular rally. Next is IDFC First Bank, monthly, weekly, daily already above 60 with very good buying volume, as you can see on monthly and weekly time frame. Demand is very higher as compared to supply, and on daily we have got very low risk, high reward opportunity based on 60 support. This is like a system 3 advanced trade. Next is BEL, monthly, weekly, daily above 60, and on daily it has given very low risk opportunity once again. Next is some of the tracking stocks for upcoming week. First is AB Capital. Even this is one of the stocks which we discussed in last 1 week's tracking stocks, but it did not break out of 60 at that point of time. As you can see, this was the only candle in the last weekly mastermind session as well. You can watch the recording on our YouTube channel. You will be able to see that this was the candle which was formed in last 1 week's closing. And in this particular week as well, it is resisting around 60, based on which once it gives a breakout on the positive side, which it can based on monthly and weekly, which are already sustaining above 60, then we can see a very strong momentum on the positive side on AB Capital. Next is AU Bank, monthly, weekly, like fresh breakouts, and on daily it is about to break out of 60, and we can keep a track of it. Once it breaks out, then we can enter fresh based on lower time frames. Next comes Bank of Baroda, monthly above 60. On weekly, it gave a retracement. You can consider slighter retracement, and on daily, it is like exactly at moving average, based on which once it gives the confirmation on the positive side, we can enter fresh. Next is Dabur, monthly around 57, 58. On weekly, it has freshly broken out of 60, and on daily also it is freshly breaking out of 60, which is around 61, 62. Once it forms a good green candles on the positive side, once it gives good rally, then monthly can also sustain above 60. Next is Hind Petro. We are having monthly around 60. Weekly, it has given very good retracement, and similarly as of Bank of Baroda as well, like it has taken almost moving average support, based on which on the lower time frames we can enter fresh into Hind Petro. Some of the cup pattern stocks which we are discussing since last 2 weeks. First is M&M Finance. The resolution point was around 325.5 and current market price has got reduced based on tighter retracement, which we saw in M&M Finance in last 1 week. The current market price is around 316.35 and in next 1 or 2 weeks, once it gives confirmation on the positive side, then we can enter fresh again with very low risk, high reward opportunities. Next is PFC. The resolution point was around 192.50 and current market price around 224.60, based on which in last 1 week it gave a very less momentum on the positive side, but the good sign is that it did not give any retracement, although it was consolidating. But that is also well and good, based on which we can have low risk, high reward opportunities. Next is Ashok Leyland. This one, the resolution point was around 169.50, and even while mentioning about Ashok Leyland, I mentioned that this can be like a make or break situation for Ashok Leyland, based on which once it breaks, then we can see all-time highs. If not, then it can resist and again it can give slighter retracement. But the best part is that it has started showing momentum on the positive side, and once it crosses the entry point zone, because 4% above the resolution point is the only price where we have to enter based on cup pattern strategy. And even if you look up at the lower time frames of Ashok Leyland, then you can enter fresh based on system 3 advanced, only for the sake of swing trade. And as and when it moves on the positive side, you can also convert it into the positional trade. And that's what we have entered so far into our community as well, based on which we started with the small quantity based on system 3 breakout, based on which first we entered based on system 3, as I've already mentioned. And as and when it is moving forward on the positive side, we are changing the stop losses. And along with that, once it gives the momentum on the positive side with very good current on the upper side, we are definitely going to convert that particular swing trade into a positional trade as well. And if not, then we will cut out this particular stock by booking some of the profits in terms of swing trade itself. So these are some of the trend following stocks, tracking stocks, as well as cup pattern stocks for this particular week. I hope that you have got immense value from this particular video as well. And if yes, make sure you share your biggest takeaways below this particular video. And I'll see you in the next video. Till then, live fully, love openly, and make the difference today. I wish you joy and abundance in all you do.